Hello everyone, welcome to my Swift Python programming course. Today I will teach you on how to install Python. And there are several websites for your IDE. An IDE is something like this, like Visual Studio Code. I will teach you how to install Visual Studio Code, and I will teach you how to use it. Alright, because Visual Studio Code is for me in the beginning was quite complicated, but I will give you a tour about it. Then you will have to install Python, but I will teach you that as well. So let's get on with the video. So first of all, you need to go to the python.org website. You'll see here in the download section, it will tell you to download 3.9. But before you install that, you need to make sure that your Python is suitable for your computer. For me, I'm using Windows 7, and for this tutorial we'll be using Python 3.7. To do that, first of all, you go here, you scroll down until you see this release version, older release version. So you can see here the oldest version of Python. And here we're looking for 3.7, but not Python 2. We'll be coding in Python 3. And I would like to tell you the difference, but we don't have time. So when you go to the right here, click download, make sure it's 3.7.7 for this tutorial. If you don't see any 3.7 point something else, then it's okay, just download it. Make sure it's 3.7. And here they will tell you all about the stuff. And in here, when you scroll down, when you get to files, you can see different links here. And here you will install your Python. So what you're trying to find is an installer like this, not a zip file. So you go to Windows x86 64 and an executable installer, and make sure it's in Windows or any type of computer that you're using. So make sure it's a executable file, and then it's 64 byte or 32 if your computer is very bad, but no computer use 64, so I recommend you installing x86 and 64. When you get here, you will get to install Python 3.77, and then it will just install. So while we wait for that, let's go to the Visual Studio Code. When you get to Visual Studio Code, I will send you a link. So first of all, you need to go to the download. You can either click this or this. You click on this, so it should start downloading here. And when it's because it's really fast, don't worry, it's meant to be like that. When Python is finished, it should be really fast, to be honest. So let's open it, and they'll tell you to open this, right? So when you get to here, we need to click add Python 3.7 to path. This is very important, because if you don't do it, you will have a lot of problems, and you will have to reinstall it all over again. So make sure you do it. So click install now. This is an administrator, so make sure you download it. Make sure it's an admin login. While we wait for this, let's check out for the Visual Studio Code. And it's not finished installing yet. Oh, now it's finished. Let's open that. We click I accept the agreement, next, and then you can browse where you want to put your Visual Studio Code. Just click next. It's your choice if you want to put in the taskbar. I like to put in the taskbar, so click next. And here you can click to be honest, I don't really change the setting in here, but if you want, or you want to mess around with it, it's fine, but just don't go crazy. But in here, I recommend you just clicking all the text and create a desktop icon. It's your choice. If you don't want, then it's fine. Make sure you click the create desktop icon. It's not really too important. You just open it in the taskbar. It just makes it faster to open. So if you click next and then click install. So while we wait for this to download, I'm going to skip it in here. Okay, now it's finished. So when these two are finished, right, it should say, in Visual Studio Code it should say finish and large Visual Studio Code, and in Python it says setup was successful. If it is not successful, if it says like failure or anything like that, please comment down below. It's really important because I have the same error like before and I know how to fix it, but in this tutorial I have no failure. But if you do have any problem, just tell me. So we will set up the Python first. Alright, so we click close. Since we already installed it, you go to the command prompt. Okay, to go to the command prompt, just go to the taskbar and you click command prompt. Alright, and then you open it. You just don't have to be an administrator, but when you go to command prompt, click Python, and then it should see a Python 3.7.7. That's the one that I just downloaded just now, and in here you can actually type in the Python right now, the code. Like for example, if this is just a normal Python code line. Just want to test out. And here I type in Python hello print hello world. So it just print out hello world. So that means this is also an IDE, but as you can see here, it's not really that looks really great. So that's why I installed Visual Studio Code. So click finish and close command prompt. If you don't have an error, if you have an error like it says Python doesn't exist or something, check your installations again and make sure it's really finished. If you have any problem, just comment down below, just tell me the problem. So in here, this is my Visual Studio Code before, and it's linked to my account. So as you can see here, I already installed Python, so let me just uninstall it so you can see from the beginning of how I install it. Okay, so we move on to opening this one. It should open something like this. Alright, I know it looks pretty cool, and I'm going to give you a tour around it. So here's how to install Python into the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so it should tell you to open here, right? And then tell you to open a new project and everything, but this is the main screen. So, and this is where you put all your codes in here. I wrote down my Python code, but that's nothing for now. So how to install Python in here? Wait, sorry guys, that was my alarm. So I want to continue. So when you get down here and click extensions, and then you click in here Python. Type in Python here. It should be in the top, and it should look something like this. When you click install, it should be very fast because as you can see here, it's really fast, and they will just tell you all the things about Python and how to create everything, but I will teach you about that now because you don't want to read all of that. So in here, I'm going to create a new project. To create a new project, you click open folder, not open file or anything, or not new, there's nothing like that. Just click open folder, and then when you get to here and you click any place you want. For me, it's in the libraries, documents, and documents again. The documents let me just put it somewhere I like it, place where it's comfortable for me. So in the documents, I right click here and I click a new folder, and this is where you create your own project. So let's call this hello world. We're not going to do any Python tutorial here, we're just looking at the installation and about Visual Studio Code. When you click select folder, done, and then it should open a new Visual Studio Code, and you get a new one here, and they tell you to welcome, right? You can just close that, just close it. Okay, so when you get here, your project name would be here, and open editors here, and I'll tell you all about it soon. But first you need to make sure your Python is installed, and if you go down here and you click, and if you see here in the install section, if you see Python, make sure it's enabled, not disabled. Hopefully it is. To create a new Python file, it's really complicated, to be honest. It's not like any editor, you just create a new file. you scroll down here in the middle section, and then you see here on the left, you click new file, and then you write your own project name, and make sure at the end you write down, type in .py. It should change the symbol like this, and then you click enter. Then they will tell you, they will open a new Python file here, and make sure it's working. To do that, just type in print brackets string hello quotes or whatever, and you need to run it. There's a run button here in the top right corner, so if you just click that, hello, see. And to activate the Python that you just did, if it's not working, sorry, I forgot to tell you, in the bottom left corner, if it says Python 3.6, that's because I installed it a long time ago. So the one that I installed just now, it should be Python 3.7.7, right? So you click here, go to Python 3.7.7 64-bit. That's the one I installed, and it should run. Okay, you tell you to install something, just install it, and then after that, the Visual Studio Code will install it for you. So after you're waiting all of that, they will just tell you all this download stuff you won't understand. Also me, because I also don't understand how they install this. So this is where you write your code. No, this is where you write your code here, and this is the output, the terminal. The terminal is your command prompt. It's the same thing, and I'll teach you in the next video how can we output a terminal instead of the terminal in here. But that's it for this tutorial. If you have any problems of installation, any problems at all, you just tell me or message me or comment. I will answer your problems. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.